Welcome to Massive Late Fee. And now your hosts, Mark and Carol. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Massive Late Fee. Oh my god. What are you chewing on? Some sort of fucking mince? What is going on? Crunch, crunch, crunch. It sounds like you're you're destroying your teeth.
Oh my god, I can't breathe.
Carol has some castanets. She's fucking rattling into the microphone. Are you chewing on rocks?
It's a coffee-flavored hard candy that I did not think about before I put it in my mouth.
Oh, my God. Well, welcome, everyone. My name is Mark. With me, as always, is my wife, Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Which has been a good week. Here it is, December 24th, Christmas Eve, 1999.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone. This is our last episode of our weekly iteration of this show.
Yeah.
As previously discussed, we'll be here every week with something. Mm-hmm. We'll be doing we'll be doing 90210 through till May when they're done. We'll be doing, so that's every Monday. We'll be doing the Buffy show, Slayer Talk, and Horny Creek. Will be doing those, and on weeks we're off of that, we'll be doing something else. We'll either be doing an episode of this show, or we're talking about a movie, or we'll be doing something else for you. Might be doing
mixtape.
Yeah, and in honor of that, I would say don't be blue, because we're still going to be here. Just breathe. We're still going to be here every week. Give us 15 minutes of your time. It's a big deal. You can. Sometimes we'll teach you things. Maybe we'll teach you to learn how to fly.
What is going on?
Or I could tell Carol to back that thing up. Someday, we might even meet Virginia on this show. How do I do that? I mean, how many episodes can you listen to at once? 4, 5, 6? When we're done with this episode, we'll get going. We hope we satisfy you. We know what a girl wants. Where are my girls?
Did you prepare this in advance?
You can listen. You can listen all night, fall asleep, and then the morning comes. Wake up, look in the mirror, but don't you dare feel unpretty. Girl, you could be on TV. We'll help you get your groove thing on. You can dance, maybe to a little Mambo number 5.
What in the fuck?
We
is
will
happening?
never steal your sunshine, even if you bring it all to me. Your attention, 24/7. Carol likes to call me hot boys. She's looking at me right now like she's waiting for tonight. You know what's up, guys. I need to know. But, Carol, my love is your love. I knew I loved you. I want to love you forever. Every time we think about going somewhere else, we end up back at one. And I would say that intro to the episode was smooth. That's the top 29 songs for this week. What?
What the actual fuck?
You didn't think that was smooth?
Like
the ocean under the moon has the same sweet emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be smooth, yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. You know the song.
Uh-huh.
Then Carlos Santana goes... Uh-huh.
I love you.
I love you too. What's wrong?
No, I just had no idea what the fuck was going on, and it's a little
Combobulating.
to be sitting in the chair next to you and have you go off into your own world doing your own thing, and I don't know what's going on when you're going to come back, but I'm just waiting here. So.
Start back at 1.
Stop it.
1.
So we're going to talk about Galaxy Quest because we saw that movie.
With you. 3.
Merry fucking Christmas,
girl,
everybody.
It's plain to see that you're the only one for me. And 4. Repeat steps 1 through 3.
Wake me up when you're
5. Fall in love with me whenever I believe my work is done. Then I start back at 1. That's a good song.
Uh-huh.
Carol, smooth or back to 1? Which is... Oh, we're not doing an episode of Mixtape, sorry. What are we talking about?
Holy fuck. Galaxy Quest.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, holy is the way I like to. Galaxy Quest, that's right. We watched Galaxy Quest, Carol.
Yep. Tim Allen.
Do you want to choose some more fucking
Alan
mints
Rickman.
or something like that? You're going to look at me like I'm crazy. I'm entertaining the entirety of our listening audience right now, and you're chewing on candies.
I haven't been chewing on candies for like 20 minutes while you've been singing, so there you go.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I think you need an attitude adjustment. That's what I think.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, Merry fucking Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas, the second time you said it. Play along with something. It's our last episode.
I can't play along because I didn't know what was happening.
With me for now is my wife, Carol. We'll see how long that lasts. Galaxy Quest.
Yep, I already said that several times, too.
Several times.
Started listing off actors, and then you started talking about something else.
Who's in it?
I already said that.
Who, though? I don't remember. Who'd you say? I didn't hear you.
Of course you didn't. Tim Allen.
Then I'll start. Tim Allen, yep.
Do you want me to leave? Do you want to do the show by yourself? Because it seems like you do. It seems like you want to be the only one talking.
Tim Allen, who else is in it? I want to know how many actors you can name in this.
Mm-hmm. Alan Rickman.
Yes.
That's it.
Alan Rickman.
It's the only 2 I can name.
You don't know the woman?
No. Wait.
What?
Is that Sigourney Weaver?
Yes!
Oh, okay. Then yeah. Okay, I heard you. But that's it.
That's it? Mm-hmm. All right. What about Tony Shalhoub?
I don't know who that is.
Antonio from Wings. The guy whose head explodes or whatever in Men in Black.
No.
He's the one that's completely unfazed throughout the entire thing.
Oh, the smiley one. I recognized him.
What about Elliot from Just Shoot Me?
Yes, I recognize him too. I don't know the actor's name.
Yeah, I don't know his name either. I am hot on or whatever. What about
I saw a weird name like
Justin
rolling
Long?
through the credits.
Yeah, it was rolling.
It caught my eye.
What was it?
Rainn Wilson. Who names their kid Rain?
Rain? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's weird.
Rain with 2 N's.
I don't. Yeah.
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah. What a weird.
If
name.
you have a generic last name like Wilson, do you think you have pressure to give your child a unique name?
Well, I mean, here's the question though: Did their parents do that, or did they do that?
Like Osmosis Jones?
Oh God!
I'll bet you that. I'll bet you their parents, whoever Rain, is it a woman or a guy?
I don't know. I just saw the name.
Well, whoever it is, I'll bet you their parents were hippies.
Probably.
Like River Phoenix. You know River Phoenix?
Yeah. But again, like, was that his screen name or his real name?
His screen name?
Yeah.
What?
Like his Screen Actors Guild name.
Oh, I see. Okay, like a pseudonym.
Yeah, like his SAG name or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, SAG.
Saggy balls. Yeah.
Yeah, somehow that alien got a SAG card. I don't know how that works, but what about what's his name? Guy. I don't know. Anyway, we watched Galaxy Quest. Carol, what did you think of Galaxy Quest?
I kind of hated it. I mean, like, I feel that, like, there were things about it I liked, but overall, I mean, I didn't really enjoy it.
So everyone in the listening audience is now saying Carol can leave. It was great.
It was a little boring.
Here is really boring.
I mean, I almost fell asleep.
You always almost fall asleep, though. We were having sex the other day, and you almost fell asleep.
Who are you insulting there, though?
I guess that's true. She has narcolepsy.
I do not.
She has nymphomanialepsy. It's when you really want to have sex a lot, but you fall asleep during it.
Okay.
Anyway, so it was great. One criticism I have of the movie is that I do believe it relies a lot on knowing Star Trek and being fans of Star Trek.
Well,
It's obviously a parody of Star Trek, and that's the audience that it's going after. But it's not just going after people who are like, oh, I've seen a couple Star Trek movies, they're good. It's not just going after those people. Like, I think it's required to know, like, how much of an egotist William Shatner is. Now, he famously has a huge ego, and a lot of his castmates hate him for some reason.
I'm curious if he's, like, pissed off about this movie. I would be.
I'd love to hear his, to be like, to hear what he thinks about this movie.
Right?
That sounds like Jerry Seinfeld, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But he does talk, like, weird and slow like that.
Yeah, he's, no, calm. We've got to get out of here. That's better, right? That's more like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I would love to know what he thinks about it. And what Leonard Nimoy thinks about Alan Rickman's portrayal of him. Give it up, he's British, or whatever they say. Clap for him, he's British.
Yeah, I liked his character. The actor, obviously not Alan Rickman himself, but the actor he was portraying, seemed a little fucked. Like,
yeah,
he just
had some panic attack issues. He fucking hated his line. I assume that's like the live long and prosper line. I assume that Leonard Nimoy gets sick of hearing that.
Yeah, probably.
Leonard Nimoy is one of those people that seems like he's British, but he's not British. Not weird.
Yeah.
There's just one of those people that you're like, is he British? He's like, he should be British, right? But he's from Massachusetts. He's not British at all.
Is he Asian?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm just trying to picture him without, like, his makeup on and stuff. And I can't. So, anyway.
He's Vulcan, honey. Maybe it's because he has no emotion, and we associate that with British people.
Maybe that would make sense.
But anyway, he's from Massachusetts. So it's a very clear. I don't know. Sigourney Weaver is not really Uhura, whatever. Nichelle Nichols.
No,
because Nichelle Nichols, I don't think was like in low cut stuff.
Well, I think she was sexualized a bit.
I guess maybe a little bit.
Her skirts were real short.
I think she's more of a parody of like Troy, like Counselor Troy from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Counselor Troy is hot. That's why.
No, because they sexualized her more. If you look at the later, she gets a regular uniform. But if you look at her like counselor uniform and shit, it's like a low cut leotard. It's like a one piece leotard, and everyone else is in a uniform, and she's dressed like that.
Well, she's a counselor, basically. Like,
yeah, I understand.
Hey, walking around with soldiers in the military, a counselor is not going to be wearing an army uniform. I mean,
but is she going to be wearing a fucking low cut like look at my tits uniform?
Well, everyone on that ship was wearing like unitards and stuff. I mean, basically that's what the uniform.
No,
but
they changed the uniforms. Like season 1, season 2, like it was kind of like that, but they changed them.
Okay, if you say so. My mom had one.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
It's a tight one piece. That's how those uniforms work.
That's how the season 1 or 2, but then what's his name tells this story. Jean-Luc Picard. What's his real name?
Patrick something?
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
He tells this story about how his chiropractor or whatever was like, this is not doing any good for your bones. And so he complained to the thing, and they changed the uniforms.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So really wearing Lycra all the time is bad for you?
I think they were too ill-fitting or something. They were too tight.
Interesting.
But there's weird things going on with those uniforms in Star Trek. Have you ever noticed on the Next Generation, every once in a while you'll see a guy walk by in a skirt?
No.
Just wearing a skirt.
I have not noticed that.
Because they would have the two uniforms. They'd have the regular pants uniforms, and then they'd have skirt uniforms. And sometimes women would wear the little skirt uniforms, but sometimes in the extras just walking by in the background, you just see a dude wearing a skirt.
I have never noticed that, and I don't remember seeing any women wearing skirts in the Next Generation. I remember seeing women wearing skirts in the original Star Trek.
Yeah, that was they all the women wore skirts.
And they were very short.
Yeah. But anyway, so I think that's more of a play on Counselor Troy, in my opinion.
But she wasn't a counselor. She was on the...
She was doing
Bridge
Uhura's
or
job.
whatever.
Yeah, the communication stuff.
I don't know. I still think she's Uhura.
But I mean, who's the little kid? That's supposed to be Wesley, right? Because he was a little kid and he was driving the ship and stuff.
Was he driving the ship?
Well, I don't know if Wesley was driving the ship, but he was there in the front with Data. They were doing stuff. I think he was driving the ship.
Okay.
But the ship driver, the pilots in the original series was what? Fucking Chekhov, right? The Russian. He drove the ship.
I don't know.
Or was it the other one? I can't think of their names. There was Chekhov, the Russian dude, and then there was Sulu. Sulu drove the ship, I think.
Okay.
So, all I'm saying is, I think that's a Next Generation thing. I mean, obviously, Dr. Lazarus is supposed to be Dr. Spock. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, or Data.
Yeah.
Because Data is also supposed to be Spock. I mean...
Yeah, Data's the Next Generation Spock, yeah. But, and then I guess Scotty is Tony Shalhoub. Because he's talking about the engines and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the point is, I think it relies a lot on having knowledge of Star Trek.
Sure. I mean, you're not going to enjoy it at all if you don't know anything about Star Trek. I know a little bit about Star Trek.
So maybe that's why you didn't like it.
But also, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen every episode of Next Generation twice.
Wow. I know a little bit.
But not first generation.
I read. I haven't seen any of those really either.
I've seen a lot of them, but not all of them, and certainly not twice.
I've only seen maybe 3 or 4 episodes of the original series.
The reason I've seen,
I grew up on Next Generation.
Yeah, the reason I've seen Next Generation so much though is because my mother ordered the VHS tapes. So every week, or a month,
only $19.99 a month or whatever.
Yeah, it was
$9.99 a month.
Probably every month. We'd get a new one with 2 episodes on it.
Yeah.
And so we'd watch it. So I'd already seen it on TV and then rewatch
nice,
it. Yeah.
Nice. Measure of a man.
It's all my mom. I mean, I like it. I like Next Generation, but not that much.
Yeah.
She also had a life-size cutout of Jean-Luc Picard.
Encounter at Farpoint. Oh my God, are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And she had her uniform and...
Oh my... What? I don't... We can stop. I don't want to hear anymore. I want to hear about what went on in the fucking dark corners.
I don't want to know.
House.
I'm not talking about that. Ew.
Captain.
I'm just saying. It was weird.
She also had an Enterprise-shaped marital aid. It was...
She had a globe that had the Enterprise in it and lit up.
Okay. That's mood lighting.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, so okay, now I'm getting the picture of why you hated this movie. I thought it was fantastic.
Okay, tell me why.
Because it's it is a perfect parody and takedown of obsessive fans of Star Trek, and so like the way people can buy uniforms and cutouts and marital aids and stuff like that about the show, while at the same time, like, it somehow rides the line of deriding all that, while at the same time, like, being a love letter to the fans. It's really weird. It's a weird tightrope they walk, but it's successful. Because it's really a celebration of the things that are good about it, too.
Interesting.
Well, because, like, this society was so... I mean, if you haven't seen the movie, you're insane for listening to this. But, basically, they're on a show, their careers suck. All they can do is beg for autographs. That's one of... I've never been to a convention or anything like that, but I've heard from other people that I know that are in convention circles and stuff. I think they call it the zoo, like with the autograph zoo area, you know, or whatever. Mm. It's sad. Like, these people that, like, found a little bit of fame, whatever, like, if it's a horror convention from horror movies or if it's comic books, you know, or whatever, like, people that found, like, a little bit of fame doing stuff, and then they're desperately trying to hold on to that and make some more money off of it, and it's like, it's sad. It's sad. It sucks. And that's why I don't go to these things.
I've never been.
But yeah, I've heard it's not great. You know, like, you get somebody that was in, like, fucking Battlestar Galactica in 1974 or something like that, and they're, like, begging for autographs.
Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, it was a TV show in the 70s.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yep. Part of that wave of like, I don't know, like Doctor Who and stuff, too. Like, that's a British one, so I don't know that people... that they're at, like, conventions here in the United States. But there was, like, after Star Trek, there was, like, a wave of science fiction-themed TV shows. And Battlestar Galactica was one of them.
Interesting.
I think that was one of the Cylons, or maybe that was Doctor Who. I don't know. I didn't watch the show, so I don't know. But, yeah, they had some, like, robots that were trying to kill people or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, so you see, like, somebody that played, like, Cylon 4, and they're like, hey, I was Cylon, I'll sign this, like, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's sad. Anyway, but that's what they're doing. They get contacted by real aliens to, like, really do this. Because they think it's real. They got the transmissions, and they think that what they're watching is real life.
Yeah, so somehow these aliens intercepted the TV shows and decided that was historical documents.
Yeah.
Why they would think that makes no sense. And that they just happen then to, you know...
They have the mind of children.
Yeah. Then they just happen to come upon them while they're dressed in their costumes and, you know, at a convention. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that helps reinforce it, I guess.
I don't know how they don't understand, though. Like, I don't know. It's really weird. But yeah, they so they think that it's real. But my point was, part of the reason it, like, celebrates, I think, Star Trek and the fandom of that and everything is because this civilization that they were a part of was crumbling, and then they found the quote-unquote historical documents, and they transformed themselves based on the teamwork, selflessness. Like, there are lots of great lessons that Star Trek can teach people about giving up material possession, doing, you know, things for the good of humanity, and the high-minded idealness of, like, exploration and moral conundrums and stuff like that. And it's so it both embraces that aspect of it and says, like, yes, this thing you love is great and you're great for loving it, mm-hmm. but at the same time deriding all of this other stuff with it too.
It's not making fun of the show, it's making fun of the actors and the way that they kind of exploit the fans, I think.
Yeah, but they do make fun of the fans a little bit.
Yeah, they make fun of the fans too, but I feel like it's more making fun of the actors and just the money grubbingness of it all.
And I think that's part of it too, is focusing on making fun of Tim Allen's character.
Yeah. William Shatner.
Yeah, and I think that's focusing it that way. I think helps a lot. And it's weird because another thing that sort of bothers me is at one point in this movie, the bad guy Saris, I think is his name. He ends up like capturing them, and he's like, "Tell him it's a fucking lie or whatever." And so Tim Allen has to like say, "Hey, like, you know, we lied. It's not real. It's all fake and everything." And like he's all upset and everything. Then they win the day. They beat the bad guy, and Saris is like, "Oh, it was all fake." Like, ha ha ha. Like he thinks like he lied and it wasn't really fake.
Oh, yeah.
At the end, they still just believe that they're heroes, and like, I don't know. I would rather them know the truth, I guess, because then they're going to think that Gilligan's Island is still real.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of messed up, but they're leaving. Only one of them gets left behind.
Yeah,
so.
no, you don't get a lot of growth from them, I guess, is part
Well,
of the problem.
no, for sure not. You get a little bit of growth, I think, from the main characters.
From the main guy. Well, yeah, you get a lot of growth apparently from Tim Allen learns how to like give everyone else credit and not be so egotistical. I don't know how, because he actually saved the day. Like you can see when he gets up there, when he realizes that it's all real, and he's giddy to go up there again, and he wants everyone else to go up there with him so they can all adulate him and stuff like that. When he's up there and everyone else is freaking out, like, "Oh my god," and stuff, he's got this giant fucking smile on his face and everything. You can tell he fucking loves this. He loves the opportunity to play war for real and stuff like that, because he doesn't get that the real people's lives on the line. No. And that's what he starts to, that's his character evolution, is that he understands that other people's lives are affected by what he's doing and that other people's lives matter, and that's his character arc.
Well, and all of their lives were pretty empty. I mean, before this.
100%.
Like, he was obviously an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you don't just get over that in a day.
They do kind of, they downplay that a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe he just got drunk. I mean, they didn't establish a pattern, but still.
It's funny, though, at the end of the movie, they're back at their starting position, essentially. They've remade the show. Mm-hmm. So, like, they're continuing the show, and they're doing their parts again. Yeah. They're playing their roles again. Presumably, they get along better now, off their friends, because he's not so egotistical anymore.
Well, and him and Sigourney Weaver are together now, I think.
Yeah, but it's like, what did this really do? This experience they had. It's like they're not going out like trying to make the world a better place or anything. They're like, oh, we got an opportunity to do this thing we did 20 years ago again.
It saved them.
I guess, yeah. But it's interesting. It's funny, why did they remake the show? Because, like, the producers of the show don't know that they saved this alien planet, and for all they know, they crashed a fucking real ship and destroyed a bunch of cars, and likely killed at least a couple people crashing through this building.
Yeah, well, there was obviously no real consequences to any of that, but the fans fucking loved it because they thought it was all a performance, and that's part of what I think sparked the interest in,
I guess,
reigniting
it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Like,
it's very weird. And I don't love space movies anyway.
Yeah.
And it would have been an interesting, I don't know, character study or whatever when it comes to the actors, but instead then it became a space adventure in the middle of it, and that kind of...
What did you want, a fucking David Mamet film? Like,
I don't know.
A deep, contemplative, like, soul-searching... This isn't fucking Kurosawa or whatever.
I would have enjoyed that more. This was boring to me.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like war, and I don't like space.
The Seventh Seal, as told by the cast of Galaxy Quest.
Shut up.
Yeah, if only Tim Allen had been playing chess with death. It's to me, it's a great movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was funny. And there was just like it was fantastic. It's really hard to break down. It's like everything that was done on a technical standpoint and everything is well done. Like it's not. I mean, it's not. To your point, it's not a fucking art house movie. It's a popcorn movie, but it's really well done in that aspect. I think Tim Allen was. I don't really particularly like Tim Allen. Snitch for those of you that know, you know. But
Yeah.
I don't particularly like Tim Allen, but I thought he was very good in this movie.
Yeah, he did. He did a good job.
And Alan Rickman's always great, and Sigourney Weaver's always fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, the acting was not a problem. I just didn't enjoy the story.
Well, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was innovative. I thought it was a good take on the whole, and I think it was a good takedown of Star Trek fandom and a great love letter to Star Trek fandom. I thought it was a twofer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So people can be both offended and not.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And flattered.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean that's all I've got. I don't have a lot of depth to talk about this movie. I thought it was great. Like I said, my one I say go see it. My one caveat is if you don't know much about Star Trek and even like some of the behind the scenes stuff with the actors, it's not all going to hit for you.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you're a fan of Star Trek, go see it.
I mean, I guess if you like space movies. I guess if you're a fan of Star Trek, you
What about
probably like
Spaceballs?
space movies. I didn't like Spaceballs. You know that.
Oh my god. I don't even know you. Anyway, that is the last episode, Carol.
At least for the year.
For the year. Yeah, next week we'll have the best of episode, and then we'll take 1 week off, and then we'll be back with stuff.
Yep. We'll be back with 90210, Buffy, and Dawson.
Yep.
All right.
That is the episode. Carol, tell people where they can find their next show that they can watch it.
You can write us at latefee1994 at AOL.com.
No, wait. Tell people where they can find their own life-sized cutout of Sean.
Dear God. Okay, so you'd have to talk to my mom. Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
Yep.
And share the tapes with your friends.
All right, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.